Hi, it's Foragers Sam. Just doing a little biome update. So it's day 9, I think. Yeah, I'm okay, but I'm not okay, if that makes sense. The amount of time and effort it takes to make food, and then the worry that it's gonna be really dry or taste like shit is so big. I've had a couple of real foodie disasters. Part of me really wishes that I'd practiced dishes before the start of the biome, but I didn't have enough resources to practice, and then feel like I have enough to then survive off. So it's basically experimenting as I'm going, and if it doesn't work, then it's tough shit. I either don't eat or I eat shit. And apparently I'm way more fussy than I ever thought I was. I thought that I would literally eat anything. But I'm really struggling with dry textures, gacky textures. I know I've always struggled with things like rice pudding. I can't cope with the texture of that. So making things like biscuits has been a challenge. I'm not gluten free, so I've never really had to experiment with non-gluten things, and gluten makes everything good. And also the lack of butter. I did make some crackers this morning with my goose fat, and actually they were quite good. They were quite moreish. But I think obviously things like the acorn flour and the chestnut flour are slightly larger grain than your supermarket flour, so I think that impacts the texture and the dryness, and obviously the different types of fat. Obviously butter just makes everything good. So that's tough. It's really tough being here with the kids. And it took me it took me nearly 2 hours to make my breakfast this morning, which was mackerel pate and some crackers. And my youngest came down and just had a bowl of cereal, and he was, sated within 10 minutes. So it's just I'm pretty sure I'll find a groove, and I'll find the recipes that I enjoy, and I'll get there. The whole tallow issue has made it tough. Can't stomach that stuff. The smell of it is making me dry retch. And eating it is just making me feel awful. And mentally, I think that's the hardest bit right now, is the mental side of it. That I was such a foodie, got so much joy, and the food I'm eating I'm mostly enjoying. It's just not the food that I'm used to and I want. One of my friends last night said he was having a burger for tea, and I was just like, just a burger. It's not just a burger. Just the juiciness as it soaks into the bread, and just it's tough. Physically I'm feeling great. I'm not getting the tirednesses. I'm not low on energy. I'm not feeling overly hungry. Just the mental anxiety of, oh my god, what the hell am I going to make myself next? And is it going to taste alright? Am I going to get the food joy, or is this literally just survival food? And I suppose part of the reason for me doing this was because I wanted to know if I could survive solely on wild food. The answer right now is probably, but I don't want to. So yeah, that's where we're at. I might do a few less Instagram posts about it, because actually the whole Insta and messaging, and it's really quite draining, and that's taking its toll as well, especially as I'm still trying to plan and sort out all the stuff for the British Wild Food Festival and my events, and the kids need me. It's my week with the kids, so yeah, it might get a bit easier next week when it's just me and I'm only having to fend for myself and I can avoid normal people food. But yeah, I think this has been the toughest week so far. Going away did not help, but I had a fantastic time, and I've got some resources that I will make something yummy with in the weeks to come. So yeah, that's my waffle for today.